Nightwatch. Terror and Treasure in the Dark Corners of the World by Patrick Todoroff, a solo fantasy war game. Well, you can play it co-op if you want, but you have to make a few little adjustments. These are the bad guys we're going to be facing today. I'm just showing you logistically it's easier. I got 3 sets of dice. You need a 6, an 8, and a 10. And our bad guys, what I did to make things a little easier on myself is I built a matrix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's empty. Be patient. The top row here, these are the guys in which turn they're coming on. The top row, these are all classed as hordes. As you can see, this time around, in addition to my bony boys, I've got the fella here on the left is a bowman. He is going to stop as soon as he gets in range and just start plinking away at our heroes. The story so far, we're in the middle of a campaign. The dwarves of Airom are trying to reclaim their homeland. They have found the entrance, the back door to the caverns of Airom, and they have broken the black gates. Now they're looking for the key to get in through that back door. And as we look at this, you can see we've got 2 terrors are going to come on. Turns 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at that. We've got some weird demon-looking guys. I wonder if that presages things for the upcoming scenarios. Well, I don't, because I know what's going to happen if we survive today. The ghosty-looking boys back here, these are also terrors. And, yeah, I think that's it. When we get to turn 7, if we get to turn 7, I'm going to have to recycle some of these terrors. That's what's going on there. Let's take a look at our heroes. They did level up. They are all Journeymen now, so they have an additional ability called Blood Rage, which lets them, it doesn't burn one of their actions, they get to make 3 attacks against one opponent. They roll 3 dice, and every single hit is a hit against that opponent. This would be a total of 2 hits, so I'm glad we burned that one right now. We have 2 guys with great big weapons. They can make extra attacks, big swinging attacks. They get a bonus D6 attack for free against extra opponents in the same round. These guys have a bonus of +1 to their armor. They're all wearing armor. And old Dartmart, OG fan of the channel, pointed out, hey, these guys have crossbows. Should they have to spend an action to reload? I thought about it. And the rules are a little bit iffy on this because the rules just have these guys operate as hordes. They have 2 D8s for their actions, and of course their free move, and they only have 1 hit point. But I have been using them with armor, so they get to roll 2 dice for their armor. Well, if I'm going to bump up their armor with those special rules, both the good and the bad, the heavy armor slows everybody down by 1 inch. I should probably do it with the offensive capability too. So today these crossbows, yep, they're going to have to spend an action to reload, but they have a range of 18 inches, and whoever they hit has a -1 to their defense roll. The scenario for today, as I said, is searching for the key to the back door of Airom. And that's what these little chips are for. One of these chips has a happy face. And that is the chip that has the key. I'm going to put, and I honestly don't know which is which, I'm going to put 1 chip under each of these 4 terrain items. And you're going to have to, well, the dwarfs are going to have to spend 1 action in contact with a terrain piece. One of these here, this is a 3D printed, what would you call it? A pyramid. Yep, complete with hieroglyphs, and you can see the little striations on the side. I'm just saying this is carved sandstone, so of course it's got striations. And then the terrain itself, if we zoom out a little bit more, you can see I just picked up a whole bunch of rocks from the yard and made a veritable maze for our guys to run through. From a bird's eye view, it's going to look a little something like this. And our guys, now I'm not using the regulation size table. I'm okay with that. I'm going to start my guys off a little closer than they deserve, but that means that the terrors, when they come on, are also coming on a little closer than they deserve. I like this table. I think this is a sharp-looking table. You can kind of see the outlines of a box canyon. It's been filled in by sand. All of these sandy areas cost double movement. Moving 1 inch through here is going to cost 2 inches of movement. That could be a problem for our stunty guys who start down here. They only have 5 inches of movement. And yeah, I think that's going to slow down everybody, to be honest with you. Just a reminder for those of you that are new at this, or those of you who are old at this and need that reminder, your terrain does not have to be nothing but 3D printed, expensive, glossy figures. Go out in the yard, look for stuff that works, throw it down. Look at this great maze that I got these guys running through. If they find the key, they got to get the key off the table to the south, and then the game ends pretty much at the end of that turn, which gives our guys one more shot to like drink potions or what have you. You can finish out your half of the turn. The ideal way to play this game, and if you're playing with no time constraints and with one of your buddies, is to take one action at a time. I'm going to move this guy, and I'm going to use his free move. And then I'm going to roll to see if he moves. And then I'm going to roll to see if he moves. And you kind of do each one. We're going to speed through things a little bit here, and I'm just going to designate a guy. Since there's no enemies on the table, and I just want to get these guys up into position as fast as possible, I am going to go ahead and move this crossbow boy all 3 moves. And he's only going to be able to move 10 inches to start with. There is snaky movement. I am going to move him 6 inches to here, and then another 4 inches. He's going to take up position right here. And then this crossbow fella is going to do the same. He's just going to try to make 3 movements. He's only going to get to move 10. So he's going to race up to here. Oh, sorry for bumping the camera there, guys. And then I'm going to move. So what I'm going to do is bring these guys around that way to try to hit this terrain feature. They're going to have to run around the rock. These 2 guys are going to head for that terrain feature there. A 4, 5, and a 1 means that we can move a total of 10. Oh, you know what? At 10 inches, well, he's 9 inches from the terrain feature. It's going to cost another movement, and then he can spend his last action to search this tower. So we'll move that out of the way. And look at that, we found it on the first one. You guys probably don't even believe me that was just a happy coinky-dink. We do still have to get off the table. He's got the key there. The good news is we don't have to do any more searching. The big thing is to try to protect him until he gets off. This one might go a little quick. So I'm going to use him. He's going to bring his mate. He's going to run up here, and he's going to hold an action. When you hold an action, let's go ahead and bring him up 5 inches. We'll actually try to bring him up one more move, and he gets it. So we'll bring him to here, and then he's going to hold his 8 and his 10, and he's going to hold his D8 and his D10. And then this last guy is also going to move up 5 inches to here. So if anybody appears here, it's going to be bad news bears. And he's just going to hold his D8 and his D10. I know that means we waste our D6. I also don't care that wastes our D10 and our D6, because we stand a very good chance of winning this outright lickety-split. And not an easy thing to do when you got these terrors on the board. That said, it's time to dice for where the terrors come in. So I'll grab a D4 and I'll roll that right up in your face so that you can see how where they bring in. So the first we're going to roll for is our hordes are going to come in on point 4. So we are going to get 3 guys appearing, and then our 2 terrors are going to come in on point 2. Fantastic. So terrors are going to come in. I will zoom out to show you. Terrors are going to come in right here, and our 3 hordes are going to appear here. Now, they're not dumb. As soon as they appear, they're going to do their level best to stop him from getting off the board. Problem is, these guys immediately get to take an action. And their action is to, oh, you know what? I guess I really should have put him here, because what will happen is, you know, in retrospect, should have put him like right in here, 5 inches with the designation. So the official rules are, you say what they're going to do, what triggers their action, and by putting him here, I can say, oh, you know, they're going to go stand on here and attack anybody that appears. If he had a held action back here behind this rock, I could say, oh, he's going to shoot anybody that appears over on that portal. But I didn't, so we'll give it the benefit of the doubt, and we'll start here. These guys each get to make, before anything else happens, a D10 and a D8 attack against their respective skeletons. And we'll start on this side. He has a problem because he's trying to chop up a skeleton, with an axe. And we'll come right in on the action now. Not a great idea. He is only going to hit on 5s. He gets 2 hits with a 6 and a 7. And then that skeleton is going to roll... What is he? He's a horde, so he's going to roll a d8. And he's going to succeed on 1, and he's going to roll a 4, and he's going to succeed on the second one. I think I got that backwards. I think they still hit as normal, but these guys save on 3 up. That's how we've been doing it. Likewise, now he has a hammer, so he's going to make both of his attacks. Oh! And come to think of it, because he's a blade, he gets to roll 2 dice. And with a 3, 3, 1, and a 2, he misses on all 4 attacks. This skeleton, now that all the good guys have gone, this skeleton gets to take a shot, and he's going to... Oh. What is he going to do? He is going to move 1 inch to here. They always take cover, and then he's got 1.5 inches of movement, so he's going to come up to here. With that, no, he's got 2.5 inches left, doesn't he? So he's going to move to the top of the mound, and he's going to take a shot at the nearest dwarf, which is him. And that's going to be, he's got 2 shots. So we're going to roll 2d8. And with a 7 and a 5, he's got 2 hits. This guy now has to make 2 armor saves. And the good news is he gets to roll 2 dice because he's got heavy armor. And the first one is save, and the second one is a 6 and a 6, so he saves both of them. That's it for the hordes. Now we got to worry about these terrors. The mummies are going to use their free movement to get to here. The terrors each have 3 actions they're allowed to take. So we'll start with... Oh, you can't even see, can you? We'll bring you up here. There we go. There's 2 terrors, and the first one is going to try to move first and fail. Second is a fail, and his third is also a fail, so that mummy is moving kind of slow. The second one is going to fail and fail. Look at that. Man, they're just going to be stuck over there in the rocks. There they are. Good news for our heroes, who now have an opportunity to win the game just that quick. We'll drop down here, and he is going to use his free move. It takes 1 inch to get to there, and he's going to move 4 inches to here. And then, oh, you know what else he's going to do? He has a token. Who is that with the big double-handed axe? The big axe is Bob Iojimbo is going to use his token of teleportation to get another 3 inches closer to the table, and now he only needs to move 1 time. You know, I should have done him last. We're not going to get any gold out of this. And he gets the 1 move, which is just enough to get him off the table. So, hey, look at that, our dwarves won. That could have gone a lot worse, not gonna lie. When you defeat a Journeyman level mission, you get a total... Now, we don't get any kind of bounty for killing anybody. They didn't kill a single hordeling. A minion, I should say. The Forces of Darkness survived intact. But our boys do still get a total of D10... Excuse me, it's D5 times 10 gold. So they're going to get 50 gold to split up. 50 gold, and then they're going to get D5 tokens. They're going to get 1 token. We're just going to go ahead and replace the token of teleportation that Bob Iojimbo used to get off the board and win the scenario for us. And then I think that's about it. We do have a couple more tokens to go, and if we give everybody 12 more silver, that means we are going to be able to hire a few more minions. And I think what we'll do is... Gotta say, I'm pretty happy with all of the belt pouch items that our guys have. Healing potions, smoke bombs. We haven't really used them a whole lot yet. They're full up. Can't buy any more of those. The money that we're going to spend is going to be for a D10 companion. Arthur de Casilva is going to hire himself a ranger. He's a little tall, but Arthur won't hold that against him. He's going to fire D10s, and he is ranged. So he has a -2 when he attacks in melee. But he can fire that longbow 18 inches, and he doesn't have to reload. He gets 3 actions per turn. And Jonal Amshead is going to go ahead and buy a doggo companion. He is swift, so this dog can move 8 inches. But it's an animal, so it can't achieve any objectives that require searching or hunting or anything like that. And that's really about it. That leaves him with 26 silver pieces, 6 silver pieces. Arthur has not been so lucky with the kills, but that's all right. We like him anyways. That's all we got for today. Next time around, since this one went so quick and easy, we're going to give him a rough one. We're going to give the Stunty boys another marathon to run. They're going to have to cross the table, which is always unpleasant. And given that they're going to be facing a whole lot of hordes, and not hordes rather, a whole lot of terrors, it's going to be very difficult. Tune in for the next thrilling edition, battle number 6. And if they survive that, we're going to go back into the dungeon to hunt our final quarry, a terrifying beast. And we never really decided whether it's a shadow wreathed in fire or fire wreathed in shadow. You'll have to tune in 2 episodes from now to the exciting adventures of Airom. And I'm praying for you.